Let's get the latest with correspondent Molana-Allen. Layla, tell us where you are.
Right now, I am in downtown Beirut in Martyrs Square, which has been the scene of many protests over the last few weeks, but that's not what's happening right now. Right now, behind me is a memorial to the man who died last night, Alaa Abou Fakher. People have built several circles of candles behind me, as you can see, and they're all slowly and calmly gathering to sit around, looking at a picture of him and remember him. Now, this is happening all over the country this evening. On some highways, people are writing his name in candles and sticking those candles onto the road. People in silent contemplation, and lots of people saying it doesn't matter. There have been reports, because this man was part of a Druze sect, part of a Druze political party run by Walid Shumblat, and there have been different reports today in which people say, well, he was a sectarian protester. Lots of protesters I'm speaking to saying, no, he wasn't. He was just one of us. He's Lebanese. He was a protester. And people trying not to retaliate against the army at the moment, but there is quite a lot of anger. And that quietness today that we're seeing right now at these evening memorials does belie the fact that there have been very, very angry and aggressive protests all day today.
Angry and aggressive people mobilized more than ever. What's the government's next move?
Well, that's the question. What is the government's next move? What move do they have? We have seen nothing since Prime Minister Saad Hariri resigned and took over a caretaker government. One of the things that frustrated people yesterday in President Aoun's speech was that he said he was very honest about the fact that he has been trying to get Saad Hariri to come back and be Prime Minister again under a different cabinet. And Mr. Hariri is worried about that. He says he doesn't want to because he doesn't know if he can do anything more for the protesters. When he resigned, he said, I've reached a dead end. Now, we know there have been several different consultations going on over the last few weeks, and many people thought that last night the purpose of that televised interview the president did might be to finally announce a timeline to actually move things forward and nominate a new cabinet who can move forward. Instead, he said, we have moved no further, negotiations are a standstill. One of the issues is that Saad Hariri, like many of the protesters, is saying that he wants a technocratic cabinet. President Aoun saying, no, we have to have politicians because only politicians know how to run the country. The reaction to that today across the country from protesters, you are what we want gone. We want all of you gone. We refuse to have another country run by those same politicians, and it's our right to have people actually represent us because you are not doing that.
Layla, it's been a month. Banks, which had been closed for a long time, had reopened. Now they're on strike, and I'm reading that that strike is rolled over at least through Thursday.
Indeed, yes. So the strike did carry on today. It's carrying on tomorrow. And one of the reasons that that has happened is that last weekend we started to see actual altercations between bank tellers and people going in to try and get their money. The governor of the central bank, Riyad Salameh, has said several times there will be no capital controls when the banks do reopen. We will not have people limiting how much money you can take out of your account because, of course, there's a fear of capital flight and a run on the banks. But all the banks have been unofficially doing that because they simply do not have enough money in the banks to give everyone their money, and every day they've been reducing the amount. So they decided Monday was a public holiday, and they said, this weekend we were personally attacked. We are going to go on strike, and we will not open the banks ourselves until the government finds a solution, finds a way to either give people their money or improve the economy. So the country really is remaining in many ways shut down. As I say, banks not working, calls for a general strike. There was going to be a massive general strike yesterday during a parliamentary session, and the Speaker of Parliament simply delayed that session by a week. But of course, to all the protesters, that just seems like more political paralysis, and they're just saying, well, we'll just have that general strike next week instead. Many schools and universities still closed, people out on the streets much of the day and much of the evening, and today roads all over Lebanon blocked once again.
Layla, Molana-Allen reporting live from Beirut's Martyrs Square.